Hi Taurus. So I'm here to do your weekly read. I had to take a little break for a couple days there. There's just a lot going on. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to go ahead and use the unicorn deck as well as the angel deck, and probably either the voodoo or the um, animal deck as well to get some clarification. So we'll see how we're pulled in a second. Okay, just about every card just fell on the floor right now. So give me a second. Okay. All right, I think I got all of them. Just one fell on the table. That's funny. So soul satisfaction, number 34 came up. It says aim for that which makes your soul rejoice. Wow. Okay, let me go ahead and shuffle these. They've got a lot of energy in them right now. They're larger cards, so they are harder to, kind of shuffle, but they're not usually that hard to shuffle, and they're not usually flying that many different directions. Um, I give up. These two cards flew out. These three cards actually just flew out. So I'm just going to stop shuffling them and just, yeah, sorry. I'm going to have to take a moment. That never happens to me. You guys must have a lot to say. Or maybe you're feeling very strongly about something at the moment. We shall see. Okay, so I will just talk about this card while I'm shuffling since it's taking me forever to get my my spread out here. So soul satisfaction is number 34. 3 plus 4 does equal 7, so it's considered one of the luckier cards. I will show you the picture in a minute, but this man is actually playing a flute, and the flute is something that the unicorn is flying towards, and right behind him, listening to him play that flute, is a family of 3. So there's a man and a woman and their little baby, just kind of looking at what's going on. Okay, future, number 11, flew out with that. It says let go of the past and move forward. So 1 plus 1 obviously is 2. And that could be something, you could be thinking about a future of soul satisfaction at the moment. You could be trying to figure out for yourself what that looks like. Okay. God, we're done with those. And then the other card that came out in reverse was wishes. Be careful what you wish for, as one wish will be granted. And that's number 35. So comes out to 3 plus 5 is 8. So I am just seeing, 7 to 8. So this might be a transition for you between what feels like a lucky period and what hopefully will be an abundant time frame for you. Wishes did come out in reverse, so you may not be getting the abundance that you are ultimately hoping for, but when a card comes out in reverse, it does want to flip. So, and obviously yours really wanted to flip today. This is what the soul satisfaction card looks like. And as I said before, there's a man by himself on this side playing a flute and kind of beckoning. There's little starlit. There's little star things. I don't know if you guys can see that. But there's little stars and like a little trail, kind of a cookie crumb trail that's leading back to the unicorn there. And this family is just enjoying the music. So you may be feeling like your soul satisfaction comes from whatever it is that you're aiming for in the future. And that could be a portal that you're trying to walk through. This portal has a whole lot of roses around it. It's just completely covered in roses, and that unicorn is still there kind of following him. I want to say that I feel like this is the same unicorn that is just kind of following him in the peripheral. I'm not sure that he's even aware of it. In the upright, the wishes card says, be careful what you wish for, as one will be granted. In the reverse, I'm just going to take this as a positive thing because we're going to say a lot more than one wish is going to come true for you guys. I think obviously when you're manifesting in a lot of different ways, like when you're trying to listen to higher powers, when you're trying to walk through a specific doorway, and when you have faith in your wishes, then a lot more than just one of them can come true. A lot more than just one thing can take place at any given time, and we all know that from just being alive. But this specific card actually does have a well, as well as a unicorn just standing there next to the well. So whatever it is that you were trying to, I'm just seeing this also as a wishing well. Maybe you've been investing in something, and rather than investing in just one thing, you've been investing in a lot of things, or perhaps in a way that more than one thing can take place. So this almost feels like a warning when it's upright, but in the reverse, it seems like it could possibly be kind of a continuation of this. So you need to necessarily continue your manifestation so that you can eat. I'm just seeing, also remembering that this is 7, 2, and 8 in the sum of these numbers here. And if you're not going to eat quite yet, it could just mean that you're still making the food. That could be definitely what I'm seeing here. The other option, obviously, is that, you need to be careful about specifically which manifestation you're trying to pour your time into in order for wishes to come true. And I don't think that necessarily it's a bad thing, but I do also not see the man in that picture there. I just see the unicorn and the well. So if you are, connecting more with this energy of the family unit or just you yourself, then for some reason I'm not seeing that carrying over here. And that could be something that is a troublesome tidbit to you, depending on what it is that you're up to. You could be doing a new project, could be having an old project that you've been wanting to, everything is falling on the floor right now. So you may be feeling like things are just kind of exploding at the moment, but it just kind of depends. I'm going to go ahead and use, let's see, I'll use the Moonchild Tarot deck for this. And then we'll use the animals to try to get some more specific understanding of what's going on. Interesting. So this also, like, completely just threw cards all over the place, but there were exactly 3 that came out. So let me organize these back the way they were. Okay. Interesting, Taurus. So soul satisfaction, the strength card, which is also the Leo card, came out upside down. So your soul satisfaction may not be strongly manifesting itself at this moment. Because this came out upside down, I'm also seeing this as the unicorn that was hovering in the back near the mountains here. And that is, just kind of trying to figure out a way to fly up and participate in the upright in all of this jovial kind of energy. They've got a brand new baby. This man has a flute that he's, playing. And I'm just, I'm also seeing that if you're not feeling very strongly that these are things that you want to manifest, you may need to figure out for yourself what it is that you are trying to bring in. What are you trying to beckon in from the mountains there, or beckon in from the horizon there? Because the unicorn is definitely there. And when I'm looking at this woman and the lion, I'm seeing them back to back. So this could be like her spirit animal to some degree, or her own personal strength. And I mean, these aren't necessarily male versus female entities. You could look at this as like a male as well. But I'm just trying to say, whatever it is that whatever this is a goal, whether this is a person, whether this is a project, whether this is a thing, like a new car or something like that, you need to figure out for yourself what your aim is going to be, because it says aim for that which makes your soul rejoice. So how can this woman has focused, her arms are up, she's in a focused meditative kind of space, and that lion is relaxed. So they're not going to stress out. I don't know what it is about this situation that's making you necessarily feel like you're not going to have much strength, but you may need to consider what it is that you're aiming for. Because if you're aiming for everybody to be in this together, for her to play, to be dancing to your music, or for this strength of a lion to be exuding with the unicorn there, you may need to figure out a different angle by which to do that, is what I'm hearing. So I've got the future card, number 11, coming out with the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords is typically a card where someone feels very emotionally tied up, very emotionally bound or gagged, or unable to move in some way. And if what you're looking at in the future, number 11, has a lot to do with not being able to move or not being able to manifest or feeling like you need to defend yourself, this is also self-defense. Sometimes in other tarot card decks, she's standing with her eyes blindfolded. In this case, she's got a veil, so she can see through the veil. And she's cooking something. She's got her own little concoction going here. And I don't know what that is, but she's also made a trail of swords behind her. So there's a trail of lies, potentially words, potentially actions, things that are, stuck directly into the ground. And as a Taurus, you are also an earth sign. So you could be feeling very betrayed or very left behind, or in some way, I'm just also looking at the breadcrumbs through the sky here that are going towards this man's flute. I wish you could see it. But it's kind of like there's been trails and trails and trails. And I'm also getting that Hansel and Gretel imagery in my head of somebody chasing trails for a really long time and not being able to get to eat. Maybe this is the eating that needs to happen. Maybe this is maybe you're looking to be committed to something or married, or maybe you're trying to clear the smoke away from yourself, or maybe you can't tell the trees from the forests anymore. Whatever the case may be, this looks like obviously this man is upright and she's upright. They're both upright. And he's standing under a trellis of roses, and she's sitting in an aspen grove full of trees with a whole bunch of knives and veils and potions around her. So what kind of pills and potions are you pushing forward at this time? What kind of is this Prince Charming going to look for this woman? Is this you coming out of feeling this way? Is this you starting to feel this way? However this applies to your life, you'll know. But it just seems like there might be a little bit of, there's blue skies behind this man, and there's no sky behind her. She's just sitting in solitude, trying to defend herself against whatever more dire situation that she's in, and he's just prancing on like nothing has gone at all wrong, and standing under that rose trellis like he's waiting for somebody or something to come and create his future with him. So I'm not sure what that means to you guys, but you will have a better idea than I do. And then last but not least, the Wishes card and the Lovers in reverse came out with the Wishes card. So that's pretty self-explanatory. If you're not expressing love, or literally when I turn this right side up, I'm seeing this pyramid here as being the top of this well. Up close, up close, there could be, this is what could be, this is the potential. But without any kind of further examination, this is what is going to be, which is, a lack of your wishes coming true. The magic may be there with whatever person, place, or thing that you're talking about in the rest of this read. But unless you are able to hone in on exactly what it is that you're trying to manifest in love, and I am not saying this only as a loving situation or potentially a family situation, because that was on the first card here, you're not going to be able to stand in your emotions. These people are in water. And, experience the mystery of exactly what it is inside of this pyramid. I'm not saying that as a feasible option. This is card VI or 6. You know, I think if you're wanting to go ahead and experience this, you're going to need to actually take a look at what happened in the middle of the road here. The first card is pretty clear that you're not feeling strength or strong enough to do that. But if you do want this to come into fruition, or if you do want this to be something that is solid and has an opportunity to bring that magic forward, you're going to need to figure out why it is that this man is still standing under the trellis alone and this woman is sitting in the woods by herself. Kind of an issue. Like, they both need to come to the same place, the same middle ground, in order for that future to manifest with love and with wishes coming true. Because at the moment, it's just going to, it's going down. It's going down, down. I'm going down. I'm hearing that song. I'm going down. Huh. I'm hearing a lot of songs right now that, down, 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 baby, down. Like, I don't know why I'm hearing that too, but, I'm just hearing, or maybe it's down, 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 down. Maybe that's what my brain was trying to convey. I'm not sure. You guys will know how this is relevant, but I just, that's what I'm drawing here. Let me get you some animal cards to kind of go ahead and clarify again what's going down. I'm almost up to time. I'm trying to keep these about 20 minutes today, just because I am feeling tired and, you know, I still have a lot to do today, but I'm going to go ahead and do this really quickly as well. So I feel like the animal cards really help with figuring out the general mood and the general direction that we need to go. This is more like advice for the future. If it will give me one. Oh, okay. Well, okay, so the pelican came out, the bull came out, and let's see what else. That was a lot of them. So I'm going to take this one. Okay, so the pelican came out in reverse. Pelicans are, you know, pretty cool in that they fly overhead with a massive wingspan and they dive. And when they dive, they come down and they've got a huge jugular and they fill it full of water and hopefully catch whatever it is that they need to eat, right? In this situation, I am seeing the unicorn as also being associated with the strong pelican. So that the strength of this woman here in the strength card, as well as the pelican. And I'm just seeing that this unicorn does want to come down and bless both the family as well as the musician with all kinds of blessings. That might not be happening right now because the pelican is in reverse. It says wisdom, focus, self-sacrifice, and nurture. So pelicans regularly digest their food and regurgitate it for their young, embodying the symbolism of nurture. So you guys might need to spit something out, is what I'm hearing. Regurgitate the strength that you feel like you could have had in the past. Throw up whatever information that you might have that could turn into breadcrumbs back to that, back to the pelican or back to the unicorn here. And, you know, it's pretty gross, but dogs and cats will eat their own vomit sometimes. I don't know if you've seen that. I think that the strength that you're needing is obviously something having to do with food of the soul, the food for thought or food of the soul. I was just telling you that this is 7, 2, and 8. So if 7 is to eat, then it has to find some food somewhere. So I know that it's pretty gross for us humans to think about regurgitating and then eating it. But for the animal kingdom, that's not really that disgusting. That might be something that you need to do with your words. So you might need to go ahead and chew on your words a little bit. Think about what it is that you're ultimately going for. And then go ahead and throw it up so that you can flip this into the upright. And in that way, you can go ahead and scoop. You can go ahead and dive, have strength to do so, and scoop up exactly what it is that you're looking for. Okay? So I am seeing that. Then for the future and the 8 of Swords with the Bull card. Okay. This bull has a red dot right behind his head. Whatever it is that he's feeling, he looks like he's feeling down. He's, you know, in a very reverent position here. And despite what you might think, although you might think that this man looks very, very valiant or very, very wise or very, very, you know, courageous or valiant or something like that. He might not feel that way, is what I'm getting here. That he might not feel wise enough or good enough or somehow able to manifest this little jewel of information that he can then hand forward to this woman who's sitting there in a veil waiting for something to happen. Maybe he needs to come take a, take some part of what he's got to offer, what he's got to bring to the table in the back of his mind and put it into her little pot here. Maybe that's how maybe this is a piece of meat and you need to put the piece of meat into the pot. She can stir it together for you guys and then you guys can have a full meal that's waiting for the future over here, Maybe this is something that you don't feel, maybe you believed in gender roles or something like that men can't cook or that women are supposed to do all the cooking. Well, if she's got a veil on, it's really hard to not rip the veil up with the the bull horns there. And then he's also got the chalice of flowers there. So, she might need some encouragement. She might need a little bit of maybe this is the ring that you're going to propose or something like that. And then you guys are going to be able to find the strength to finally walk through that door or that portal together. Maybe that's something that's happening here. I'm not quite sure. I just am also seeing the little red dot here as being the record button. So maybe you need to have the strength to press play and then be willing to record a new video that has a lot more to do with the two becoming even rather than one on top of the other. Maybe you need to get a bouquet of roses and take it to her. Maybe this is a rose petal. Maybe he's thinking of doing that, but hasn't actually done it. So she's still sitting in, in the bushes by herself and not really knowing how she's going to move forward. And she's scared of all these knives. Two people can't really ever know what the other is thinking unless they speak to each other, unless they talk. So, as opposed to the bull, both of these are humans and they can talk to each other. So I would encourage you to do that, especially if you're trying to go ahead and manifest a happier future than it looks like this one is happening here. So, okay, last but not least, we've got the wishes card and the lovers in reverse. And with that came the eagle in the reverse. So what it says about the eagle here is eagle legends frequently involve journeys into dangerous or unknown territory. A Northwest Native American myth tells of the eagle setting out with a coyote to the land of the dead to retrieve the spirit of the deceased. Eagle feathers have been used as talismans by shamanic healers venturing into the netherworld and are given as rewards for individual feats of courage or bravery. Okay, so I don't know why, but I'm also directly saying this relate to what we were just talking about. If she's in, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, What Dreams May Come, with Robin Williams, but I would suggest you go take a look at it if you're into this kind of thing. I'm seeing here that one of the other or both of you may have had a experience where you felt a lot less than able to kind of push or bulldoze your way through a certain scenario, emotionally, physically, or otherwise, okay? And because of that, there might have been a holdup or a delay that took place. The eagle also symbolizes power, creation, illumination, and exploration. So if you're not able to shed light on what's going on, the lack of love, or the fact that one may be up close and one may be without, and the fact that the eagle is actually here to bring forward a little piece of information or a little piece of knowledge that could help with flipping all of this all over again. That might be the magic that the unicorn has to offer, is bringing to the table. But unless you're both able to get from this place of non-love and look at the whole big picture of the diamond, unless you're able to build solid ground with each other on how to go about doing this, then the little pearls, this eagle has a pearl in its claw, the pearl of information that needs to be taken from, this bullheaded person going off by himself, or herself. It's not a gender based. That little piece of information can't be delivered to the wishing well, in which case this loving situation that the unicorn is here to overlook and oversee and shower blessings upon can't take place. So I am just seeing this as one of you or both of you needing to be able to dive really deep, dig into, like, sink your talons and your claws into a look at what you want for the future, and not being scared to just drop everything, drop all your inhibitions, grab the pearls, and go figure out how to make it happen. I mean, that's really all that there is to this. It's not super complicated. I don't think, I'm also seeing these little white leaves all over the place as laurels. And the laurels, I don't know why, but I'm also seeing them as being the little bits of, once you've brought those two tidbits of information together, you could go swimming in a bed of pearls. I mean, a bed of pearls and, roses from this man's laurels, or from this man's trough, and from, whatever jewels you've been able to pick up along the way. I feel like they will shelter whatever happens in the future here, if you're able to go ahead and bring this into fruition, rather than it just being one of you guys with all of the information. Share it so that it's both of you. Make sure that you're on the up and up with each other. Make sure that the people, places, and things that you do want in your future are aware of those things, and it might not be obvious immediately, but once you spend a little time thinking about it or trying to bring it into fruition, I have confidence that, especially you, Taurus, you're really bullheaded. You're very bullheaded people. You're not one to settle for what other people tell you to do, or for what you think you could do. It's like you already know that you got this covered. So whereas some of the other signs may not be as confident, I do think that you guys have what it takes to go ahead and make it happen. So good luck to you guys. I'll see you next time, and have a good week. Bye.